show okay, now section 3.3 elementary matrices. Okay. In the previous section, we defined an inverse of a square matrix. In this section, we shall discuss how to find the inverse of square matrix by using elementary row operations and elementary matrices. Okay. Okay. Definition. An n by n matrix is called an elementary matrix if it can be obtained from identity matrix by performing a single elementary row operations, ERO. Okay? A permutation matrix is obtained by exchanging rows of identity matrix. Okay? Okay. So you've learned the elementary row operation before. Now, like this. So for this identity matrix, for identity matrix, if you interchange the second and third row, right? If you interchange the second row and third row, then from the identity matrix, the second row and third row has been interchanged like this. Then we call this is the first type elementary matrix. Okay. Second, if you multiply a scalar on a row, like it's a second type elementary row operation, then you will see some scalar multiple on one row of the identity matrix. Then this type of matrix is called a second type elementary matrix. If you multiply 2 on the first row and add it to the second row and replace it as a second row like this, if you multiply 2 on the first row and add it to the second row, then this type of matrix, this triangular matrix, okay, 삼각형 모양의, then this matrix is called the third type elementary matrix. Okay, so for each type of elementary row operation, you can find a corresponding elementary matrix of the proper size. Okay. Okay. Yeah, you can if you define an elementary matrix like this, then with this code, then you can always find the elementary matrix. Like here, you multiply -3, and here you added you multiply on the the fourth row, and multiply to the first row like this, and added it to the first row. And these are the kind of the command for the elementary matrix operation from each row start from 0 row. Okay, then think about the property of elementary matrices. Okay, when you do rotate, interchange the second row and the third row, then this third row goes to the second row like this. But when you multiply this matrix, type 1 matrix, on left, then as you see, this exactly moves the second row to third and third row to the second, isn't it? So the results are same. Elementary row operation, and when you multiply elementary matrix on left, same. Multiply 3 on the second row. If you multiply the second time elementary matrix on left, then you did multiply the 3 on the second row like this. When you do the third type elementary the operation, is here. For second row, you multiplied 2 on the first row and added to the second row. Here we have a 2, 1 entry. This means for the first row, multiply 2 and add it to the second row. That's what it says here. So if you for this type, 2 are multiply 2 on the first row and add it to the second row. This is the corresponding elementary matrix, and control. Okay, here. So if you multiply this matrix is a corresponding elementary matrix on multiply 2 on the first row and add it to the second row. If you have a 2, 1 entry as a 2, then this means this 2 goes to here, and 2, 1 entry means 2 last, multiply the column entry, which is 1, is multiply 2 on the first row and add it to the second row, which is the ith component of this matrix of Aij, Eij. Okay. Anyway, so for this third type elementary matrix, the elementary row operation, if we multiply the triangular matrix whose diagonal entries are all 1, then this gives you multiply 2 on the first row and add it to the second row. So these are same. What this means is doing this elementary row operation is exactly same of multiplying the corresponding elementary matrix on left. That's the key. So if you have an elementary matrix like this and you multiply elementary matrix to on left, then this gives you the what we had here. Rotation and scalar multiple and the third type, first and second and third type elementary row operations. Okay. Okay. Now, next, inverse. What is the inverse of elementary matrix? First, for first type elementary matrix, the inverse of first type elementary matrix is itself, because you rotate it once and do it once again. That means it become to the original matrix. Okay, so for first type elementary matrix, inverse is itself. Next, for the second type elementary matrix, if you multiply the k on the second row, then if you divide the second row by k, then it becomes the identity matrix. So the inverse of this matrix is this, because you multiply these two, they are same. Okay, here, the inverse of a third type elementary matrix is what? All you have to do is, instead of C, you use minus C on the same entry. Because you multiply the C and add it to the third row. So now all you have to do is multiply the same thing and subtract it on the third row, then it will become a same matrix. And also, the product of these two are same. Yeah, identity matrix. Identity matrix. So easily checked. So with these properties in mind, it can be easily checked. It can be. So from a given elementary matrix, the inverse matrix can be found easily. Okay, then, now with those keep in your mind, those concepts, with those new terminologies, we will introduce the method of finding the inverse of a given invertible matrix by using elementary matrices. Here, the first property, the following are equivalent. A is invertible, A is low, equivalent, low equivalent. A is low equivalent to identity matrix, which means RREF of A is an identity matrix. Okay? If A is invertible, then RREF of A is identity matrix. And also A can be expressed as a product of elementary matrices. Because for the given matrix, you did the elementary row operations the finite many times, then it becomes the identity matrix. That means the A can be written as the product of elementary matrices, because A times E1, E2, EK is equal to identity. That means A, if you multiply the inverse of this matrix, then it comes to the right hand side. Then A is left, and that's the inverse of the product of inverse of elementary matrices is the identity, which means is also an elementary matrix, because as you saw, inverse of elementary matrix was another inverse, the elementary matrix. So product of elementary matrix is an the inverse of elementary matrices were also an inverse matrix. The elementary matrices. 무슨 말인지 알겠어요? 그러니까 아까 봤듯이 first type, second type, third type elementary matrix를 구했지. 그 elementary matrix의 역행렬로 쉽게 구할 수 있었지. 근데 그게 또 elementary matrix였지. 그렇지? 그러니까 행렬 A의 elementary matrix를 곱했더니 identity matrix가 됐지. 그러면 A의 왼쪽에 곱했던 행렬들을 오른쪽으로 보내면 그게 결국은 elementary matrix들의 인버스에 곱이 되는 거지. 그렇죠? 그럼 elementary matrix들의 곱으로 표시된다는 소리지, A가. That's what it says. And 그러니까 I will show you, this condition will be expanded more than 10 or 13 or 14 in chapter 7. Yeah, I will give a whole proof of this later, so I'll just explain it. But you should know this now. AX has the only trivial solution. AX equal 0가 unique solution. 그러니까 0만이 솔루션이라는 소리예요. 이 정사각형의 A에 대해서. These are all equivalent. So with this in mind, yeah, we can find a way of finding the inverse matrix, like here. Suppose you have a matrix A. Then do the elementary row operation. Then you will find the REF of A. Okay? If you go further for Gauss-Jordan elimination, then you will find the RREF of A. Okay? This process can be done as on a matrix A, you multiply the corresponding elementary matrix on left, like this. Then you will end up with the identity matrix if A is invertible. Okay? And so what this is the inverse of A matrix. The product of elementary matrix is the inverse of matrix A, and also the inverse of this elementary matrix. If you multiply the inverse of this, then this moves to here. So A can be written as the inverse of product of inverse of elementary matrices, which is also the product of elementary matrices. So with these simple ideas, now we can find A inverse as the product of elementary matrices like this. Okay? 그러니까 행렬 A가 주어지면 가우스 소거법을 쭉 했더니 아이덴티티가 나온다는 소리 아니야? 이 정리에 의해서 RREF가 아이덴티티 된 소리니까. 그러면 이 RREF가 아이덴티티가 된다는 소리니까 A에다가 가우스 소거법에 대응하는 그 엘레멘터리 매트리스 곱했더니 아이덴티티가 된다는 소리잖아요. 그럼 그 소리가 뭐야? 여기에다가 요 행렬 곱했더니 아이덴티티가 된다는 소리니까 요게 바로 인버스라는 소리죠. A에. 결국 요게 뭐야? 결국은 아이덴티티 엘레멘터리 매트릭스들의 곱 아니야. That's it. Okay. So with this, we can summarize what you found in here. Suppose we have a matrix A. Okay, then add the identity matrix on right. So make a n by 2n matrix. Then do the Gauss-Jordan elimination to find the RREF of this. If at the end, if the A is invertible, then you will have identity matrix. And here, what you did was you multiply the elementary matrices, which is the product of those elementary matrices is the inverse matrix of A. So this shows this. Understand? 이해가 돼요? 그러니까 A에다가 identity matrix 놓고 elementary matrix를 쭉 해주면 이게 아이덴티티가 된다는 소리는 여긴 똑같은 elementary matrix들의 곱이 있다는 소리죠. 이게 바로 인버스니까 바로 여기에 인버스가 남아 있게 되는 거지. 여기에 이 아이들의 프로덕트가 있는 거니까. 이해되죠? Okay. So if you have an invertible matrix, you can easily find the inverse matrix of A by finding the RREF of this n by 2n matrix. Okay. So this is the rewriting of the above theorem by step by using the Gauss-Jordan elimination. For a n by n matrix A, with the identity n by n identity matrix A, then for a given matrix A, define a n by 2n matrix A and In like this. Then to find the RREF of this matrix, then So let RREF of this n by 2n matrix as CD like this. Okay. So you can do it. 행렬 내가 주면 이런 행렬 만들어서 RREF 구할 수 있죠? 손으로도 구할 수 있고 사이즈가 커지더라도 그냥 똑같이 정의하고 그냥 명령 하나만 주면 RREF 금방 나오지? 그렇죠? You can find it. Then if the C part of RREF of this matrix is identity, then D is the inverse of A. Done. But if C is not an identity, this first part is not identity, then what it means? From the theorem, if it is invertible, then RREF should be identity, but it's not. That means it is not, A is not an invertible matrix. That's what it says. So there's no inverse exist. There's no inverse. 무슨 말인지 알죠? n by 2n 매트릭스의 RREF를 구해서 이게 아이덴티티면 이게 역행렬이 되는 거고 이게 아이덴티티가 아니면 그냥 역행렬이 존재하지 않는 거야. 심플하게. 오케이. Let's find the inverse of this matrix. So for this 3 by 3 matrix, then we form a 3 by 6 matrix like this with the 3 by 3 identity matrix as a 첨가 행렬. Then find the RREF. Then we have identity matrix here and D matrix here, which means that A matrix is invertible and this D part of RREF form is inverse of the matrix A. 쉽지 않아요? Okay. Find the inverse of this matrix. If with this 3 by 3 matrix, form a n by 2n matrix, then find the RREF of it. Then this is REF of this matrix. Then from here, you found the 0 rows here, which means it never reached to the identity matrix. 그러니까 하는 과정에서 제로 로우가 나온다는 소리는 계속 더 가봐도 아이덴티티로 갈 수 없다는 거죠. 그렇죠? 제로가 다시 1이 될 리가 없으니까. 그 얘기는 이렇게 제로 로우가 나오는 순간 이게 RREF of A는 아이덴티티가 아니다. So RREF of the matrix A is not an identity matrix, so there is no inverse. That's what it shows. So, for example, this is a matrix, then RREF, form a n by 2n matrix, so 3 by 6 matrix, then find the RREF. Then if you found the identity matrix on left, then this is going to be the inverse of the given matrix, which is this. Okay? Yeah. You can print out this D part with this command, which is the inverse. Okay. I think that's the end of section 3.3. Yeah, you know the physicist Feynman, and he said, this word. If you want to learn about nature, to appreciate nature, then you need to understand the language, which is mathematics that she speaks in. Okay, I think that's the end of section 3.3. Any questions?